January arrives, and almost immediately, the pressure begins. New goals, new habits, new routines, a new version of you right now. So much pressure, right? But here's what no one is saying. If you rush into January the same way you rushed through last year, you don't create change. You recreate stress. January isn't meant for hustle, my dear friends. It's actually meant for restoration. And today I want to talk to you about why rushing into goals keeps you stuck and why winter is really not a time for hustle. It's a biological invitation for restoration. So, are you ready to learn why rushing into your goals keeps you stuck in stress patterns and how breath work, of course, helps you to reset and help you before you build? So, why is rushing into your goals keeping you stuck? Well, most people don't fail their goals because they lack discipline, right? They fail because their nervous system is already exhausted, right? When you set goals, right, there's just so much pressure from you're in a state of chronic stress, right? Your body is in survival mode, your mind is focused on control, not clarity, and your energy is driven by adrenaline, not alignment, right? So stress narrows your perception, right? It shortens patience, it keeps you reacting instead of responding. So when January begins and you immediately push, right? You to wake up earlier, let's say, or do more, or optimize everything, right? You're building your future on the same chemistry that's burned you out. And that's why motivation fades. That's why consistency feels really heavy. And that's why even good habits become another source of pressure. So, why is winter a biological invitation to just pause, right? So let's reframe this for a moment. Winter is not a lack of drive, a motivation problem, a weakness. Winter is biology. Across nature, if you think about it, winter is a time of conservation, of repair, slower rhythms, right? Hibernation, energy restoration. No trees grows in winter, right? Roots deepen, systems restore, energy gathers. Yet we expect humans, especially high performers, to do the exact opposite, to override the body's biology, to ignore the signals, to hustle through a season designed for rest, restoration, and integration. And this disconnect is one of the biggest contributors to modern burnout. Is this making sense? So, why does the breath act as a bridge between rest and your vision? Here's the powerful truth: rest is not the opposite of progress. Regulation is the foundation of sustainable growth. And the fastest way to shift from stress into clarity is through your breath. So, let's slow down the breath, intentionally breathe, right? So that it signals safety to the nervous system. It lowers stress. It lowers the cortisol, the adrenaline, noradrenaline, all those chemicals, right? And it creates a mental spaciousness. It allows insight, not force, to guide us into action, right? When the body feels safe, the mind becomes strategic. When the breath slows down, your vision emerges. This is why January isn't really about pushing forward. And I know this goes against everything that we've come to know, right? Set your New Year's resolutions. But January is about creating internal conditions for the year you want to live. So let's do a guided micro practice, the January reset breath. So I invite you to practice with me. Let's pause for a moment. Sit comfortably. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Inhale slowly through your nose. Let the breath expand your ribs. Exhale gently through your mouth. Let's inhale longer. Again, slower, longer inhales, and then letting go. Longer, softer exhales. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, feeling the expansion of the breath. Exhaling, feeling the belly button coming towards the spine. With each breath, imagine releasing last year's urgency. You don't need to carry it. You don't need to carry it forward into this year. Stay here for 3 slow breaths. In through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Feeling the expansion. See if you can go a little deeper. Exhaling a little longer, a little slower. Inhaling through the nose. Feeling that expansion, inviting in the expansion into this new year, and then just letting it go. Letting it go, letting go what's no longer really supporting your growth, what's weighing you down. You can come back to these breaths anytime you feel that overwhelm, especially when you're trying to build new habits. So, in closing, January doesn't ask you to become someone new, right? It asks you to return to yourself, to that person that you want to be, that you truly are deep down inside before society, our parents just sort of tainted or maybe perhaps influenced in a way that we don't want to be influenced anymore, who we truly, truly are and what we truly, truly value and believe in. So this year, before you set your goals, before you chase momentum, before you push, I invite you to pause. Because the leaders who last, the creators who thrive, the humans who truly evolve, they start from regulation, not rush. If this resonates, stay with me this month. We'll explore how each breath biology, intentional leadership, how we can create a year that feels powerful and sustainable, and it feels more like you. And the more authentically you align yourself with, then the easier things become. The more things begin to flow. And the more open you are, whether it's a new experience, a new opportunity, you will see those a lot more clearly because they are all in alignment to your values, to your true authentic self. And if you need support, slowing down before you speed up, that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. We need that time to pause, to reflect, to rest. Just like working out a muscle, trying to build muscle at a gym, that recovery time, that rest period is so critical for you to be able to get the physique that you want. So why not apply this mentally, right? To our mindset, emotionally, right? Connecting with our heart, having that rest, that pause, and really reaching those moments, creating those moments through the breath, through the good old breathing technique. So one conscious breath at a time. Let's begin this new year connected, authentic, and abundant so that we can really live our true life that is designed for us, that we design it, we create it, aligned to our values. Thank you for listening, and I hope you follow us and subscribe for more videos like these. And if you know anyone that can really benefit from these videos, please share so that this message gets to them as well. Take care. Ciao for now.